FlossTube. My name is Sarah. I'm from Memphis, and this is my channel about cross stitch. Welcome, welcome. It's so nice to see y'all again. It's only been a couple weeks, and I have so much to go over. Things are very hectic. I'm actually leaving for market today. So I've been up since about 2:30, and I don't know, I couldn't sleep. Maybe I'm excited. Definitely I'm excited. And I've just been doing things, and I knew I needed to get this floss tube up to you all. And because I have so much stuff, and if I wait till after I come back from market, you know, that's going to be a hot mess. I did just want to open by saying that my heart is breaking for the people of Ukraine. And we have a lot of Ukrainian stitchers and designers in our community. They, along with the entire nation, need our support. I'll put some hashtags and I'll put some links in my description box. If you can support them in any way, there are ways out there to help. Our Instagram community, there are several people who are posting constantly, just putting up information about, we have like a stitch along, ways you can help. Rewind. Nicholas Flamel, I believe. Wow, they dyed a bunch of fabric and sold the fabric and then went and bought supplies and was taking it to the border. Like, whoa. I mean, that some people are being amazing in such a horrible time. So there are ways out there to help, and I will put some of those things below. I personally have really enjoyed Stitchy Princess's designs from almost the beginning of when I started cross stitch. I've communicated with her several times, you know, on Etsy, and she seems like a really great person. And of course, you know, they are, they are. So just if you can help. On another note, my sweet friend Zan, she, her stepmother passed away unexpectedly this week. So any prayers, thoughts, good juju, well wishes, anything that you can muster up for her, I know would be really appreciated as well. Okay, so enough heavy, because there's been a lot of heavy. A lot of heavy on the heart stuff going on. So just, you know, we're all a community, and help each other out and be good people. Okay, so market and whips, and let me let you know what's been going on with me. So I had a great trip down to New Orleans a couple weeks ago. My son went down for a visit to LSU. He really liked the campus. It was beautiful. You know, he got some really good advice from a doctor that he was seeing a year ago or so that took a special interest in him and his future, was kind of counseling him on how to pick out a college in the future. And the doctor recommended that he go visit schools at the time of year, like not in the fall, not when everything's all pepped up, not when it's football season, not when everybody's just like, everything is just as great as you would expect in your mind or imagine it to be, but to go visit like in the winter when things are a little more chill, and that this is going to be how your regular year is going to go. And so I'm glad we did that with LSU. My son loved the campus. It is really pretty. It has like the big trees that go over the roads, and lots of Spanish moss, and just, I don't know, really good vibes. So waiting to hear back about a few things from them and a few other colleges before he makes his final decision. Time is ticking, so you know, it'll be happening soon. But we had a great trip. New Orleans was fabulous as always. I was so happy to be back down there. That was my first time being back down since the pandemic began. And of course it was Mardi Gras, and there were parades going on, and we ate some great food, had some beignets, got to walk around Jackson Square at night and see all the psychics, fortune tellers out there, and the ghost tour groups, and just a super cool spooky vibe down there. And you know, I really forgot how much I love Royal Street, and it was just really nice to be back. So yes, people of New Orleans and Louisiana in general were welcoming as always, and we always have a great time when we're there. Let's see, any other kind of news? Oh, my daughter found out she's having a baby boy. So we are very excited. I felt like it was a boy from the beginning. That was my guess and my vote. So pretty much everybody was kind of split down the middle. But yeah, so baby boy on the way. They do have a name picked out that they are not sharing yet, but it's a good one. I'm on board with it. Not that it matters because it's not my child, right? But Mimi's on board. All right, let's see what else I want to talk about. Market. So Needlework Market is this weekend, and for those of you who aren't familiar with it, this is an event that usually happens, I guess, every March, and it's where basically there's a hotel called Embassy Suites. If you're not familiar with Embassy Suites, it's like a hotel that's built around a big atrium in the middle, and from what I understand, because I've never been, designers from all around the world, designers, makers, you know, manufacturers of fibers, they come, and they this is an event that's open to, it's like a wholesale event, so it's open to like your LNSs or your online needlework stores that are buying to supply to you stitchers. So the retailers come in and purchase and visit and see the models and see all the things. And I don't know if you've seen the buzz about market pre-orders going on. You know, your stores have been offering to pick things up or order them in advance so they have them for you when they get back from market. Anyway, it's a super big, exciting deal. And they, of course, they didn't get to have the market last year because of COVID. So this will be my first time attending. I'm attending as a worker. So I am helping my friend LeAnn of Forbidden Fiber Co. out at her booth. Both Zan, Crazy Band Lady Stitches, and I, we are heading out this morning around lunchtime to drive up to Nashville. It's about a 3-hour drive for us. You know, so of course I'm running. I've got a lot of little last minute things to take care of before we head out of town. Like, I really need to vacuum my car. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm the only one, but for whatever reason in the winter, like the last thing I'm interested in is like wiping out the car, vacuuming. So, I mean, like the grass starts getting all in, you know, I have the plastic, whatever they are, mats in the floorboard, but you know, like grass starts getting in there, just weird random stuff, little rocks. And so I figured I better go vacuum my car out and just spiff it up a little bit before Zan has to ride in it for 3 hours. Cause you know, I'm okay with my own dirt and grass, but I don't want to put her through that. So I've got to do that this morning. Have to pack. I haven't packed yet. I have to get just a few things ready around the house. My list isn't too terribly bad though. So I got a lot of things done yesterday. My mom was in town, so she came over to visit about after lunchtime. So I got the house cleaned and everything yesterday morning, thanks to my friend Matt, the MBC Stitcher, like Matt Boy Corgi, for keeping me company with his FlossTube while I was cleaning, and several of other FlossTubers, because that's what I had playing to kind of get me through those kind of chores. Yeah, so I got most of my stuff done yesterday, and we should be good to go for a long, busy, exciting weekend. I am super excited to meet all of the people. I have already kind of like messaged with a few designers that I told them I was going to come by and say hi. So I'm super excited to meet RATM, and yeah, just I'm excited. So anyway, when I get back in town, I don't know if I'm going to do like a little market recap or if I'm going to add that into my next FlossTube. I'm just not really sure. Haven't decided yet, so stand by for that one. All right, so let's get to stitching, right? Enough of the other. Stitching. So I don't have any finishes this time. It's been 2 weeks. I do have like a finish for now, if you've heard that term before. And that's because it's a finish for now of a stitch along that I'm doing. So I finished part 1. The stitch along that I'm doing is the Marvelous World stitch along by LeAnn Stitches. I'm gonna insert a picture to one of my sides up here of what it looks like because I don't have a good printout. So here is part 1. Isn't it pretty? Oh, I love it. Like I said last time, this stitch along is making me so happy. This fabric is phenomenal. I am obsessed. It is a 32 count sea spray by Seraphim. Like I said last time, I feel like it's when you're at the beach. well, the beach I go to anyway, in Panama City, and it's that beautiful blue-green Caribbean crystal clear water with that white sand below it. You're just looking down, and that's what I see when I look at this fabric, and I am just slightly obsessed. But yeah, so part 1 has come along really well. I did do some floss conversions. I've subbed some things out for here. And one thing that I changed is, see my initials right here? They were charted for a much, much lighter blue. In fact, I don't even know if I've used that blue yet, but when I put my first few stitches in, I just couldn't see them on the fabric. So I just went with one of the other similar tones. It was already called, you know, it's going to be used again in this piece, but then I put my initials in like that. But yeah, so that is my finish for now. That is part 1 of the Marvelous World South. Yes, I'm behind. Yes, I did start late. I'm going to give myself some grace. I'm giving myself lots of grace this year because I have plans. They're fluid. I'm sticking to them. I'm going with the flow at some point. I'm doing what I want to do, stitching what I want to stitch, doing what makes me happy. Okay. All right, let's see. I had several new starts. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've had 4 new starts since we talked last time. So I'm going to show you some of them, and some of them I'm going to show you a little bit further down the way because they'll kind of fit in better there. But one of the new starts that I have is the Swans by Cottage Garden Samplings. Now this, if you'll remember correctly, I ordered 2 of, and I'm going to be giving away one of these during this FlossTube. So stay tuned for that. I do have a winner chosen, and I will be getting that in the mail soon. The Swans. So this is part of a series. What's the series called? A Year in the Woods. And this is the second one. And I think there are at least 3, January, February, March, that have already been released. Why do I think there's 4? There might have been 4 released already. Okay, let me think about this. We have a fox. We have swans. We have a jackrabbit. And don't we have a raccoon? Anyway, out of the releases, this is the one that's been calling to me. At this time, I'm not planning on stitching them all, but I love these swans. So I did start these. In addition to loving these swans, this is going to be my Stitch Asia piece for the month. I kind of do Stitch Asia all year long. If I stitch on any of these Cottage Garden samplings, I'll use the hashtag Stitch Asia. The designer Vinny Tan, PS Tan, is from Malaysia. And so Stitch Asia is a hashtag that Abby Bella Stitch started last year. And what we are doing is we are celebrating and supporting Asian designers, Asian makers, stitching Asian images, the whole thing. It's great. It's great. And if you would like to learn some kernels of info that are good about Asia, interesting things about Asia, if you follow Abby Bella Stitch on Instagram, she's always popping something up. The other day she was talking about peacocks, and you know, one day she put up a post about like really how big Asia is and all the countries it encompasses, and that was super interesting to me. So anyway, this is my Stitch Asia piece, and I have started these swans. Aren't they pretty? I love them. I'm stitching them on a 32 count Winter Blues by Bestitch Me. Oh, I love them. I love them. I love them. So stay tuned for the giveaway of the Swans chart. But that was one of my new starts. Let's see. Another one of my new starts. All right. I'm going to pop a picture up of this one as well. This is Rosina Dizery 1820. This is Works by ABC. This is based on a historic sampler that Works by ABC Arlene Cohen charted. There's my start. It's pitiful. I know. It's also over 1, okay? And I posted a thing the other morning because when I started this, I started it really early in the morning, and I know I've got all this flopping, just disregard. But I was like, you know, don't start your day with 1 over 1. I mean, it does. It works the eyes, it works the brain. And somebody commented or messaged me, but what about what about a HAID, you know, Heaven and Earth Designs? And I'm thinking, well, I'm sure there are a lot of HAID stitchers that would start the day with the HAID and not even blink an eye at it. I'm working on one Heaven and Earth design, and that would not be my choice to start the day. Just because it's a little bit of work. It's a little bit of work. So that's all I have so far. I plan to continue stitching on her all year long. I did start her in February to celebrate Black History Month, but you know, I'm gonna stitch her all year long in support of the Black History 365. So here she is. I'm stitching her on 32 count. Yeah, 32 count Peanut by Stitch Me. And this is my beautiful needle minder from my friend Matt. Isn't it gorgeous? I love it. I love it. So yeah, you'll be seeing more of Rosina this year. All right, what is next? Oh, this one's fun. So Mary25, hashtag Mary25 stitching is stitching that you do on the 25th of every month. What I decided to do this year is I had a lot of projects that I kitted up and wanted to start in December that I didn't get to. So I'm starting them on the 25th of every month. And this month I started Green Groweth the Holly by Park Hopper Bart. I love Bart's designs. Are fabulous. If you go to his Instagram, I'm going to put his information down below. You could click on the link, and he actually sells his charts through Gumroad. Gumroad is unique in that you don't have to pay for the charts there. You can choose what you pay. So this is a beautiful, I love this one so much. So I got started on this on the 25th. Oh, that's not good. Hold on, let me find something better to hold that with. Let's try that. Isn't that pretty? I love it. I love it. This was charted with DMC with some fancy floss options. I did go with some of the fancy floss options just for fun. I'm stitching this on a 32 count Stars Hollow by R&R. And I love it. I love it. I am saving until the end the red berries, because that's like treat yourself, you know. So I got all the lettering stitched, and I'm gonna do all the vines and the holly leaves, and then at the end I'm gonna go back and do all those berries. I love it. I think it's such a beautiful, elegant design. Anyway, he based it on, it looks like a song, Green Groweth the Holly. It says Henry VIII from a Henry VIII manuscript. Yeah, so cool. Bart's an orchestra librarian. He's pretty awesome like that. So anyway, all right, let's see, what was my next? Okay, that was all my new starts. I had some fun this past weekend. I did a Zoom with my friends Carrie of 3 Trail Stitchers and Bobby of Pumpkin Creek Primitives. We did our Labyrinth Zoom. I just really love chatting with them. They're so easy to talk to. I mean, I'm like laid up in the bed stitching, yawning, and it's so relaxed, and it's just like old friends getting together and just chatting. So we are making a point to get together every month, and we are stitching this piece, Labyrinth Friends, which is appropriate, right? And who did this? The Little Stitcher did this, yeah. So we kind of all are only stitching on it when we're talking. So it's probably going to be a really long time before we get any of this done. I mean, I don't really care if I ever get it finished, if we're just zooming. But here's where we are. I'm stitching this on a 20 count piece of fabric by Brandy of Stitch Me. It's called Awakenings. I chose it because it reminds me of the movie The Bog of Eternal Stench, and we actually have a stitch along hashtag that Bobby came up with, Bog of Eternal Stench Sal. But let's see, what I did this time is I did this vest and this shirt on Sarah. That's pretty much all I got done. But yeah, she's coming right along. And you know, I'm gonna work on her every month when I visit with my friends, and it was really nice, really nice evening. All right, another piece that I worked on, another whip, was on Monday. I try to stitch on my Mirabilias on Mondays. Lisa of Cross by Floss, who I just found out is going to StitchCon Weekend A, and I'm so excited we get to meet. She has a hashtag Mirabilia Monday stitching. So I try to stitch on my mirrors on Mondays. Like I said, this week I pulled back out Trick or Treat Fairy. I'm actually stitching this one with LeAnn of Forbidden Fiber Co. We started her on Halloween. And here she is. I'm stitching her on a 32 count garden party by Bee Stitch Me. What I worked on Monday, I didn't have a huge amount of time, but I took her to the Steel City Stitchers retreat and I messed up her dress and I had to do some frogging and do some recounting, and this little bit over here is pretty tricky, so that's what I worked on. And then I decided, like, see how this goes trick or treat right through the middle of that dress. A lot of this is the same color, and I thought I'm just gonna go on and get my trick or treat done, so maybe I don't have to count quite as much, do some fill-in areas. So I actually got to put in my first strand of Krynic, and this is a garnet Krynic, and let me just show you, see if I can find it. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna show up or not. It is gorgeous, y'all. Just see, but do you see that? Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? It's a beautiful, oh, I love it. It's gonna be so good. I'm so excited. Yeah, so I enjoyed stitching on that one, and I think I'm gonna keep working on this one for a little bit for Mondays for a while. So I'm leaving her in my Q snap because I think I'm gonna be putting in some more time on her. I'm really liking her. All right, then, okay, what happened? So, you know, I got a lot going on in March. You know, I already knew Stitch Asia was coming up, and then Common Threaded Stitcher was starting, which I'm going to talk to y'all about in just a minute. And then, actually, let me just talk about Common Threaded Stitcher right now. So, Common Threaded Stitcher. I am so lucky to be on the Common Threaded Stitcher team this year. If you've never heard about it before, it is a month, it's done like twice a year. Kea Bee started it, and the idea is to like get to know each other in the stitching community better, learn more about each other. What do you like? What LNS do you go to? What are you working on? What's a quote that you really like? I mean, you name it. Like, let's just strengthen our community and get to enjoy each other and learn more about each other and just have fun and really have a good time. So that started on March 1st. And so how it works is that there's a daily prompt put up, like day 1, introduce yourself. Day 2 was show a current project you're working on. Today's day 3 was tell a little bit about your LNS, or if you don't have an LNS, what online needlework stores you use. So these prompts are amazing. To see what everybody's doing. I told the group because the people who, the team, the Common Threaded Stitcher team consists of Kea and her husband Nathan, Pam and Steph of Just Keep Stitching, Debbie of Snug Harbor Crafts, Ymir of Almond MnMs, and Becca of SamBrie Stitches, and myself. And so we have a little group chat, and I just popped in there yesterday like, excuse me, people, my dear sweet friends, nobody told me how dangerous day 2 was going to be, because everyone was showing their whips, and y'all, my wish list was like, I mean, I was like, okay, Sarah, like, just take a break, because I kept seeing all these amazing charts that I had never seen before, or I was noticing things about them that I really loved or enjoyed because you all were really loving them or enjoying them, or the colors or the fabrics, or yeah, so it was like enabling on steroids yesterday. Okay. And it was great. It was great. It was fun the day before, getting to know a little bit about everyone and seeing where they are from, and you know, the selfie. I know not everybody wanted to post a selfie. Some people did, some people don't, but it is so fun to be able to put a name, a face with your Instagram name. Like, I'm used to seeing all the X's, right? But to be able to see your faces with the name was really, really great. That's one of the things that makes me a little bit nervous about like going to StitchCon or whatever, is that like I may be interacting with you on Instagram a good bit, or very familiar with your Instagram name or what you're stitching or working on, because I'm following it because I want to, and then I see you face to face and I'm like, I don't know who you are. So I'm a little bit like, so it was good yesterday to see who everybody, to see some faces. And today is exciting too. because today everyone's talking about their LNS or their online needlework store. I have a fabulous, I'm super blessed, have a fabulous LNS here called Stitchers Inc. in Memphis. Jan and Billy and Terry are just great, amazing, helpful women who are always there for you and, you know, just thinking about you. I remember my first time. So when I started stitching, I was inspired to stitch by the Unicorn Tapestry. And so I reached out to Rachel Ray, who had been stitching it. She said, go to 123 Stitch. She lives in Ireland, and they'll send you everything that you need to get you going, because I had no clue, right? And then I was waiting on my 123 Stitch order, and I was getting antsy, y'all, and I was thinking, I don't know, like, how long is this going to take? I want to start stitching right now. So I was like, do we have a Stitchy store in Memphis? So I looked it up and I found it, and I was so nervous to go. Like, I just remember being like, oh my gosh, like, they're going to look at me like I'm just weird. I don't have any idea. Like, I was really nervous to walk through the door. But I sucked it up and I went in, and I mean, they could not have been more welcoming and more helpful. I found a project to start while I was waiting on my 123 Stitch order. My first project I ever stitched was on linen. They explained to me like how to count over 2 and help me pick it out, a good color for the chart, and we kitted it all up. And then they showed me how to like measure my, you know, like figure out the calculator and do my fabric, and they cut it for me because I was scared to cut it and screw it up. And I'm just saying, like, they walked me through all of it, and those ladies are amazing. And you know, they're an important part of my life. They graciously host our monthly 901 Stitcher Stitch Togethers, and never even bat an eye if we're running a little bit over closing time, and I know they want to get home, so we really try not to do that, but sometimes it sort of happens. Anyway, I'm just so happy to have my LNS, and I cannot wait to hear more about everyone else's LNS. Yeah, so Common Threaded Stitcher. If you aren't active on Instagram, just go check it out. If you are and you don't want to participate, you can even just follow along with the hashtag Common Threaded Stitcher, and you'll be able to see everybody's posts and what they're talking about, and it's just a lot of fun. So if you want to join in. You don't have to do all the days. You can do one of the days. You can do a few of the days. I mean, you can do none of the days, but we would love to see what you have going on, because it's great. It's great. It's good for our community. It's good for our hearts. And we're just excited. So that runs through this whole month. So if you follow me on Instagram, here's my Instagram information. I'll just put it down below like usual. And come check out what's going on and join us. It's so fun. Okay, so like, if there's not already enough going on in March, my friends Zan, Crazy Band Lady Stitches, and Colleen, Rebel Stitches, like pushed me over the edge, completely enabled me to start the Steel City Stitchers March Madness bracket, okay? I was not planning to do that. Between Common Threaded Stitcher and Stitch Asia and Market and Whipco and everything else I have going on, I'm like, Sarah, what are you doing? But like, they're just talking about it and they're showing their brackets, and we were in a chat, and I'm like, I give up. I'm in. So this is my bracket. All right. March Stitchy Madness by the Steel City Stitchers. So I've got 4 brackets right here. I've named them all. I can't remember. Maybe if you're interested in this, go to the Steel City Stitchers. It's not too late. Okay. Go to the Steel City Stitchers, watch their informational FlossTube about their March Stitchy Madness. It's not a super long video. You got this, okay? And this little form right here is like in their description link below. So I've got 4 brackets, and I named them. My first one's Words of Wisdom. My second one is Snow Days, Nuts for Nora's, and Bird Brawl, okay? So day 1, all right? I stitched on this one, which would happen to be a new start in February for the hashtag Garon Designer Focus, Hands-on Designs. Lick the Bowl, which I was calling it Lick the Spoon. I don't know why. I guess because I'm more tending to lick the spoon than the bowl. Whatever. So I'm glad. I saw I had done it a couple times, and I did it on one of my Instagram stories, and then I fixed it on the next one, and I'm really glad I fixed it, because Kathy of Hands on Designs reposted my story, and I'm like, that would have been pretty bad if I couldn't even get the name of her chart right? Anyway, okay. So the first day I stitched Lick the Bowl. And yesterday I stitched on Serbian Proverb by La-Di-Da. And what I'll do today is I'll put up a poll and I'll ask everybody to vote. And whatever one wins is going to go on to the next one. Also today I'm going to be starting this Snow Days bracket. So my first stitch is going to be Winter Blessings by the Primitive Hare. And then the next day is going to be The Fox by Stitchy Princess. Like I said, I really enjoy Stitchy Princess's charts, and she's a Ukrainian designer. And then on Saturday it starts mine, and then Saturday I'll put up this one and see whose goes on here. And then Saturday I'll start my Nuts for Nora, and I'm going to stitch on New Year's Eve Fairy. And then Sunday's going to be Miss Ladybug. And then Monday I'll put up this little pole, right? And I'll go down, and then I'm going to come back and I'll stitch this one, whoever wins this one, whoever wins this one, this one, this one, until we get down here. And the goal is to have a finish or an FFO by the end. I might not have a finish because, you know, I don't quite finish as well as Jody and them do. But, I mean, as far as FFOs, we'll see. Depends on what wins and what gets to here. Anyway, isn't this so exciting? So I'm going to show you the things that I'm be working on. But this is my bracket. Oh. You see this right here? This is Boris. This is the cutest dog ever. This is Colleen's dog, Colleen's daughter's dog of Rebel Stitches. Isn't he a doll baby? Yeah. It's not really Boris, but he looks just like him. Okay, so let's see. Here we go. This was my first one. My Words of Wisdom bracket. All right, Lick the Bowl by Hands On Designs. Isn't that great? I love it. I love it. All right, so here's where I've gotten down so far. Yeah. I'm stitching this on something. I don't know. I think it's a 32 count. Antique. Vintage. White. Something. Yeah. Pretty, 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 pretty. All right. My next one. This is the one I stitched on yesterday. I love this chart. And our booth is right next to La-Di-Da. Serbian Proverb. This is one of my favorites, y'all. I love this. I'm stitching this on a 28 count piece by Fiber on a Whim, presenting Lorelei Gilmore. That's where I've gotten so far. I sprung for the called for MPI silks for this one because I love it that much. I know exactly where this is going to hang in my house. And I'm so excited about this one. I'm pulling for this one. Okay. So go vote on my stories. All right, so let's see. Sorry, gotta fix the wrinkle there. What's next? Okay, so this will start my Snow Days bracket. All right, and this one is Winter Blessings by the Primitive Hare. I started this last year when we had a snowstorm, which is not typical for Memphis. So, have not stitched on it since. This is stitched on a 32 count Old Salem by the Primitive Hare. It's fabulous. It still smells like coffee. But that's where I am. Isn't that pretty? I love this. I actually ordered this floss from Keepsakes last year. Some of these came in. This Banker's Gray and this. Oh yeah, this is so pretty. And I remember getting it and it was all tied up with the ribbon and it was really, really sweet. Keepsakes packages their stuff really nice. All right, so that's where I am with Winter Blessings. I'll be starting that. That's my stitch for today. Yeah. The next part of my Snow Days bracket is The Fox by Stitchy Princess. I love this one too. This one I stitched on a 20 count, what did I do? Hold on a minute. Let me see. Oh, 18 count Ada. It's from Dying for Cross Stitch. I got it from a D-Stash. Joyfield Annie's Stitcher D-Stash. So I don't know the name of the chart, but of the fabric, but isn't it pretty? Yeah, so I got about half of it done. So that'll be my Friday stitch for my Snow Days bracket, which boo-boo to me. I didn't really think about stitching during market, and I feel like we're going to be really busy. So I feel like my Saturday stitch and Sunday stitches are going to be a challenge because that's my Nuts for Nora bracket. So Saturday is going to be this Miss New Year's Fairy. I'll be working on her some. She came out in January for the Garon Designer Focus. She's so pretty. I'm stitching her on a, I don't remember if it's 32 or 28 count raw silver. Let's see. Oh, 32. Yeah. She's pretty. Love her. Yep. She'll be coming out this weekend. And the other half of my Nuts for Nora bracket is Miss Ladybug that I'm stitching in memory of my husband's sweet mama. And here's where I am on Miss Ladybug. Yeah, she is stitched on a 32 count dwarf by Picture This Plus. Love her. All right. And then, yeah, so that takes me through this weekend. I didn't pull the stuff for my last bracket, but I will tell you what's in it. It is called the Bird Brawl, and it's the swans, which you've already seen. And then it is Patrick and Molly O'Gobble. The RATM. Oops, sorry, banging myself in the head. I'll just show it to you real quick. This one. Yeah. And let's see. Sorry, I haven't pulled this one out in a minute. So this fabric. Oh, yeah. Isn't he handsome? That's where I am. I have stitched Patrick, but I have Molly to start. So this is a 32 count Rusty Mountain by XJ Designs. So that is my bracket. So one of those that you've just seen will go all the way to the end. And we shall see who it will be. Sorry. Probably should not be doing this right now. Disregard. Okay. Let's talk about Whip Go. So this is how Whip Go's going. It's not going that well. Well, I don't want to say that because I stitched on it some. I like that I'm pulling the Whip Go numbers. It's given me projects that I know I want to work on this year. I have put 4 days. I've met my goal for one of my Januaries. The other one of my Januaries I'm a little short on. I didn't get any Whip Go done in February, and it's already March. And so there's new numbers. So I'm going to tell you what I'm choosing for March. And, you know, I'm just going to work them all back in. I'm going to do my best to meet those goals by the end of the year. My goals is 4 days on each one of these pieces. So my Whip Go is divided into categories. And so this month, the numbers were 15 and 21. And on my Whip Go chart, 15 and 21 are both Halloween. Those are the categories. So I chose 2 of my Halloween stitches. The first one, I really want to get some stitching in this one, is Blue Moon Manor by Praiseworthy Stitches. I love that moon. It's the cutest. It's just the cutest. I'm stitching this on the called for fabric. It is a 32 count Cauldron by Picture This Plus. That's what I have done. I have a whole lot to go. It's like started in the bottom left corner, right corner. Yeah. So, yeah. So I need to put some in on that. This one has like lots of stuff to it, y'all. It's got a lot of DMC. It has like glow in the dark blending filaments. It's got metallics. It's got Krynic. It's got buttons. It's got a lot of stuff. And my other Halloween stitch for Whip Go in March, I'm going to pop in a picture of this, is Midnight Magic by Stitch Rovia. And this is where I am on it. This was one of my starts, my 12 by 12 New Year's Eve starts. That's all I've got on it. I'm stitching this on a Picture This Plus. It's an Ada. I don't remember what count it is. Let me see. 16 count. Mystic. I love the color. I love the color. Like, it's going to be so good. I'm going to pull these floss out just so you can see how good the color is going to work with this Mystic. Ooh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. That's gorgeous. I love it. I love it. So great. So great. All right. So, that's my Whip Go plans. my plans. Now, let's talk for just a minute. What I have left is I have the giveaway. I have haul, and then I've been promising you all, I was taking a page out of the Sunshine Stitchers book, and you know, like in January, their designer focus was Mirabilia's and Nora Corbett's, and so I didn't show all of them because Gary has a million of them. And in February, it was hands-on designs, and so they showed all their hands-on designs fabric patterns. And in March, the designer is Rosewood Manor. So they have, in their most recent FlossTubes, they were showing all of the charts that they have at Rosewood Manor. So I'm behind, but I've been promising to show you my mirrors and my hands-on designs. Today we're going to do mirrors. Next time we'll do hands-on design. I have a lot of mirrors, so I am going to leave that to the end. If you've never stitched or seen a mirror before, stick around. If you're not interested, I've kind of put it at the end so you can just bug out. Yeah, without missing any other just kind of like Stitchy related stuff. So let's do my giveaway winner. All right, so the giveaway last week or last 2 weeks ago was for my duplicate chart I have of the swans by Cottage Garden Samplings. What happened? I accidentally bought two. Even though I have my app, I didn't have my 123 Stitch account set up where I could see my other purchases. And so when I saw it at my LNS, I grabbed it because my purchase from 123 Stitch was still pending. And so I couldn't see what I ordered anymore. I couldn't find the little email thing. So anyway, I ordered two, and I just want to let somebody else stitch the swans. And there were several of y'all that wanted to stitch the swans. So I did the random comment generator, and I'll put the little screenshot of who won. But her name is, or their name is Allison Burgoyne. Burgoyne? Yeah. So congratulations, Allison. So message me on Instagram. If you don't have an Instagram, just message me in the comments here how you'd like me to get in touch with you or whatever, and I'll pop this in the mail to you. If you are an international subscriber, I'm going to fold it and put it in a card and send it to you so it gets there and I can afford to send it to you. So that's the game plan for that one. So congratulations, Allison, and thank you all for all joining in on the giveaway. That was fun. That was fun. All right. Haul. Oh my gosh, haul. And y'all, somehow I've come up with a lot of haul. When I got home the other day, I had a bunch of stuff, and I was messaging my friends Sam and Bobby and LeAnn, and I was like, I don't know. Do you ever come home and just have like amazing haul days? Because that's what has happened when I came home. I had an amazing haul day. So let's just get right to it. Just excuse me just a minute. I need to get a quick drink. There's that cutie right there, my fave. All right. Where to even start? I also have some Happy Mail too. Some like Stitchy Kindness Happy Mail. Super excited to get. All right, this is something I'm really excited about this haul. I have been trying to get these, if you haven't heard of them, heard of the company Adam Hart Cross Stitch, or the, yeah, company. She sells these thread clips, okay? And she also sells them in hearts, and they're like bobbins. I like to do floss drops, so, anyway, she had a thing where, you know, basically she's been like a restock, and then you have to get on there and order your stuff really fast, and I missed it, and I thought it was a wrong day, etc., etc. But she did say after her last restock that she was gonna be making some inventory so she would have some things on hand, all the time. So that's exciting because I'm looking forward to using these. I just want to say I got this package in, and it's, you know, in this nice little box. It says thank you. I appreciate the time that people take, you know, putting their things together. You know, she puts a thing in where you can click on this for a video tutorial on how to use these. And I just really was impressed with with her packaging. Isn't it nice? Yeah, so I ordered a 12-pack of these hearts. So let's get one of these out and just see what it looks like here. and show y'all. I just wanted to, oh, these are so cute. So I'm not sure what all this is. Let's see. And these are like bobbins. You can wind them. You can put extras in here. You can use them for a floss drop. Like, they're super cute. She sends some little stickers to go with it to label them. A ring. Oh, and I got a needle minder in here too. Let's see. I didn't know about that. Oh, cute. It matches them. Very, very cute. So this... she's rocking it. I'm super impressed. I'm excited to use these. Like, I'm all about some cute floss drops, y'all. All about them. I do not bobbinate, but I definitely put everything on floss drops. And I did read on her site that you can like write on these with a permanent marker and wipe them off with alcohol if you don't want to use the little stickers. So let's check out this other style real quick. Thread chips. Yeah. Oops, sorry. Rose gold. So I got 25 of these. Ooh. Yeah, those are cool too. Good. And you can put your extras over here. Yeah, this is good. I like these. Let's see. And we got the same thing, little stickers and a ring. And let's see. We've got another little needle minder. So that's a rose gold one to kind of match the clips. So yeah, check out Adam Hart cross stitch. This is great. This is great. So I was super impressed with that and happy to get that. That was on one of my happy days, came in. All right, what else do we have? I have February Be Stitch Me Fabric of the Month. I got the color option this month. I get a 32 count linen and it's called Life's a Peach. Pretty, pretty. Oh, okay. I ordered from Denise of Black Ribbon Stitch Studio. Every so often on her Etsy, she puts up some little froggers that she makes, and I hadn't been able to get one before, but I got one this time. So go check out Denise. Isn't that sweet? I love that. It's pretty. Not a frogger. A scissor fob. Why did I say frogger? Sorry. Scissor fob. Yeah, so Black Ribbon Shop. That's what you can put in for Etsy, Black Ribbon Shop. But Denise is Black Ribbon Stitch Studio. I love that. Pretty job, Denise. Okay. All right, I really enjoyed getting bags from Stitch in Peace. I have several of them, and I was looking for maybe a Valentine's bag, which I didn't really find what I was dying for. And then I came across these instead. So these are kind of like springtime. Got this big one with like these vintage nursery animals on them. I think it's so cute. So nicely made. And I had been eyeing this one with these bright birds on it for a while. So I got these. And we have a lot of cardinals, actually. In my yard, like several couples. And she sends these, I haven't taken them out of the package yet, but she sends these little Ort trays that match your bag, which is super cute. Yeah, Stitch in Peace. All right. I won this, or not won, yeah, sort of won. You know, Garon Tote Bags has their bag sale every month, and this was the one I was eyeing, and I got it. It's all the Disney dogs, plus a Stitch. Look at Max here. So cute. Love it. Love it. Yeah. You know, they're my favorite bags. Love those Garon Tote Bags. What else do I have here? So much stuff. Oh my gosh. Can I believe I forgot about this to tell y'all about this. Okay. Unicorn chart. So I belong to a Facebook group, like a unicorn chart Facebook group. And what you do is you put your unicorns, pictures of them up there, and you know, in the hopes of connecting with someone who wants to sell it to you or knows where you can find it, will let you borrow it, etc., etc. So Kitty from Canada reached out to me and asked me had I found this yet. Christmas Cove by Dimensions. This is a gold collection, and I told her I had not, and then she asked me if I'd be interested in purchasing the kit minus the Ada that came with it. And heck yeah, I was good with it. That was the least thing I was interested in the whole kit, was the fabric. So I got it, I got it. I'm so excited. Another one of my unicorns down. Thank you, Kitty. She sent it to me all the way from Canada. Yes, I have all the floss, which, whew, that's going to be a mess to go through, isn't it? But yeah, I'll do it in a chart. It's a big chart. Oh my goodness. It's so big. I'm not really sure exactly how to manage it. Like, it takes up this whole bag. So I'm going to have to think about that. In fact, anybody who has like experience stitching one of these huge dimensions and has any advice about how to tackle this, let me know. What you got? Help me out a little bit. I'm excited about this one. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Kitty, for getting it to me and reaching out to me and noticing that, looking at my album and noticing that we had something that you had something I wanted. That's awesome. So excited about that, y'all. Yeah, super excited. I got some happy mail. Let's see. Ah, my friend Matt, the MBC Stitcher, Matt Boy Corgi, sent me a sweet little note, and my little happy from the Steel City Stitchers that Flawed Sir Victor stitched. Thanks, Matt, for sending me that. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this yet. I was thinking about a needle minder. It's kind of too big, you know, but I mean, like, what can I do with it? Something. I want to do something sweet with it. It's so... Y'all look, it's teeny tiny on black and it sparkles, and come on, it's fabulous. Thank you, Matt, for getting that back to me. I appreciate it. Speaking of Matt inspired me to get this chart. I've been watching him stitch Winter Deer by Stitchrovia, and actually I'll just pop in a color picture of it so you can appreciate it more. But he had inspired me to go on and purchase this. I actually saw in person his whip at the Steel City Stitchers retreat, and I have to stitch that one. So I picked that up. What else do we have? Oh, also speaking of Matt, because of Matt, I learned about the Virtual Stitchers group, and I joined them, and they're wonderful. And I haven't got to stitch with them the last couple of Friday nights, which I really wanted to do, to work on our full coverage pieces. But Vicky, Stitchin Button, she's in the group, and she makes and sells cool stuff. And so I ordered one of these little Virtual Stitchers needle minders. This goes to like support like the cost of like the Zoom groups, and these two little like thread beds. Aren't they cute? These are like little Australian animals, I think. I love this. And look at this one. What's the cat doing with that? Isn't that cute? Oh, Vicky makes good stuff, and I'm excited to be in this group. So, yeah, won't be there this week because of market, and last week I had to work, so stuff happens, but I am super excited. Thanks, Vicky, for getting this out. What else do I have here? Oh, yeah, this is some more happy mail, some stitchy kindness from my friend Jessica in Canada. You'll find her on Etsy as Otter Rose, which, I mean, otters are like among my most favorite animals. She sent me so nice. She sent me a Nightmare Before Christmas grime guard, which, I thought I saw 0 on here. So cute. And then the needle minders she sent me are like spot on, okay? Spot on. I can't... Look at this one. This is from LeAnn Stitch with Pudge the fish. And he has to eat sandwiches, but he can't have tuna, of course. And Sally and Jack needle minder. And oh, I love this one, Robin Hood and Maid Mary. And I can't wait to put this on my Park Hopper Robin Hood sampler that I do every month for my anniversary in this cute little rose. Thank you, Jessica. It was so thoughtful. It came all the way from Canada. Isn't that amazing? So excited. All right, what else do we have here? I got some Forbidden Fiber Co. This would have been my February fabric of the month, Woodland. Oh, it's really pretty. Look. I get 1/8 of a yard. So nice. So, so, so nice. Love it, love it, love it. Just a few more things here. Let's see what all I have. Oh my goodness, y'all. Oh, okay, this came. I actually was doing this while we were at the Steel City Stitchers retreat. Lisa, the Kindred Stitcher, out in Washington, she was doing a fabric destash, and so I was picking some stuff up while we were stitching and chatting. Let me show you this fabric. Woo! This first one is Liberty by Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. It's a 32 count. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love it. It's really good. Next piece is, what's this one? Winterfell. It's a Jobelin 32 count by Stephanie. I mean, I can't really resist anything called Winterfell anyway. I'm in Game of Thrones withdrawal mode. I have been. Oh, what else do we have? Ooh, this one's so pretty. This one is called Fantasy Dyed Fabrics. It's just a Belfast opal. It's a 32 count. Look at that. And it's opalescent, y'all. Yeah, and that's blowing it out. Look at that. That's pretty good. Amazing. Let's see. And this one is an Under the Sea Fabrics Hamlet. It's a 32 count Lugana. Not interesting. I have not a single piece of fabric that looks like that. Oh, love, love, love. Love, love, love. Okay, and my last piece is from Pole Stitches Designs Atlantis. It's a 32 count. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Very happy. Thank you, Lisa. I enjoyed winning on your D-stash, or trying to win on your D-stash. That was a wonderful, so fun. I have made such a mess here to clean up, y'all. Oh my gosh. What else do I have here? Let's see. Almost done, almost done. Oh, this finally came back in stock on 123 Stitch, and I sprang for it. One of these DMC books that has the threads in here, because I really want to start using the fancy floss that I've acquired, and, you know, subbing it in for the DMC when I have it. And I bought a couple of pegboards that I'm going to get hung up, that I'm going to be hanging them from. I don't know if I'm going to do them by like Dyer or by color family. I haven't decided on that yet. How do y'all do it? This is awesome. This is awesome. Let's see. Last little bit of haul. Okay, my LNS kitted this up for me. It's the 17th by Hands On Design, which my wedding anniversary is on the St. Patrick's Day. So I love this one. I can't wait to stitch it. I got the buttons and I got the called for fabric, and I'm looking forward to stitching that. I also picked up this one from Hands On Design, a waffle lot. I think that's really sweet. Yeah, that's the haul, people. Oh no, wait, one more thing. Not a haul, but the sweetest, sweetest Happy Mail from my friend Sam of Sammy Liz. She sent a Galentine's Day card, and it just made my day. I love getting just happy stuff like that in the mail, not expecting it, and just being so surprised and very thoughtful. So thank you, Sam. I appreciate you. You are a sweet, sweet friend. I think that's everything except my mirrors, y'all. So if you don't want to hang around for the mirrors and you're going to head out, I'll see you in a couple weeks. That's a game plan, unless I decide to do a recap before then. I'm not really sure how busy I'm going to be, like, you know, if I'm going to be able to get any good pictures or, you know, videos, or I don't know what's going to go on. LeAnn and I were even talking about, and Bobby, we're even talking about maybe doing a little FlossTube video from Market. So we'll just see how it all works out. It's a lot of unknown, okay? But thank you, as always, for watching, commenting. I appreciate your likes and your subscribes. It's fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. So if you don't want to stick around for the mirrors, I'll see you in a couple weeks. If you want to stick around for the mirrors, here goes. I've just hit about the hour mark. And so let's rock and roll through these, okay? One of my first mirrors that I have is my Miss Christmas Eve. There she is. I started her with LeAnn Stitches of Forbidden Fiber Co. on Christmas Eve. Let's talk about her. She is, her stitch count is 166 by 224. And I'm stitching her on a 28 count piece of specially dyed linen by Forbidden Fiber Co. She has DMC, Cannon Water Lilies, Mill Hill Beads, and a treasure or two. So here we are. This is what we have. Isn't she gorgeous? I love her. I love her very much. I am sad I haven't stitched on her lately, actually, because that's how much I really do enjoy stitching on her. And got to get back to her very soon. All right, what is next? All right, this is going to be my Thanksgiving Harvest Fairy. I started her with Mary Ashcraft. She has a FlossTube channel. This is, there she is. I think it's like we have a stitch along, Thankful for Friends Sal. I'll look it up and put it in here. But yeah, we are. So this is where I am on that. She came as a kit. Let's talk about her. She is, her stitch count's 95 by 119. She has a couple beads and a bunch of crescent color works. Yeah. Pretty. Love her. I actually was able to get her from Garrow and Toten Bags. She's a hard one to get. And then somebody snatched her out of my cart, as is, you know, liable to happen when you're trying to get stuff added quickly during a bag sale or whatever happened. I don't know. Anyway, I lost her. And then I messaged them and they had one left and I snatched her up. So, all right. Another one that came in a kit is by Mirabilia is Miss Valentine. I have not started her yet. I did want to last month. It just didn't happen. I was able to pick this kit up from the Stitchery Nook in Osage, Iowa last summer. Yeah, last summer. Isn't she pretty? She is, her stitch count's 98 by 129. She has also been kitted with crescent colors. She has 2 Mill Hill beads and a Krynic, so she'll be fancy. Very pretty. Another one of those fairies that I have is the Easter Fairy. Let's see about her. She's all kitted as well. My Easter Fairy. She is, stitch count's 88 by 15. She is crescent colors, Mill Hill bead, and a Krynic as well. She's sweet. I like her. Yeah. Very pretty. I ordered some raw silk with the silver in it to stitch her raw, not silk, raw natural linen with the silver flecks in it to stitch her as well. All right. I have this one mostly kitted. I've tried to start kitting some of these, or at least getting the treasures together for them, because they've stopped making some of these, or they're kind of getting hard to get. So this is Shakespeare's Fairies by Mirabilia. The stitch count on this one is 307 by 136. It is DMC, Mill Hill beads, treasures, and several Krynics. I'm talking like 6 Krynics. The treasures, it's 4 different treasures, but one of them is like 6 packages. The other ones are 2 packages each. There's a lot of beading and treasures going on in this one. But I love it. I can't wait to start it. And I do want to stitch it on this green fabric. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. I have some of these kitted, these mirrors, or their beads, at least bought, or embellishment packs. I don't have them pulled out though. This is the Midsummer's Night's Fairy. Let's see, her stitch count is 168 by 273. She has tons of DMC. She has 7 Mill Hills, 9 Krynics. Wow, but she's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And she came out in 1997. All right, my next one I showed her not that long ago is Fairy Flora. She came out in 1994. Her stitch count's 126 by 320. She has tons of DMC, beads, and Chronics, and she is gorgeous. 1994, y'all. I got this one. This is June's Pearl Fairy. I got her because I have June babies. And she is, let's see, when did she come out? Does it say? Hold on. Oh, please. 2000. Yeah, 2000. Her stitch count is 177 by 265. She's tons of DMC. She is 1, 2, 3. She's 5 Mill Hill beads and 3 treasures and 2 Chronics. Very pretty. Oh, I love this one. This is a Moonflowers. Moonflowers. She came out in 2015. Her stitch count's 198 by 240. She is DMC. She is DMC blends. She has a Karen Water Lilies. She has 7 Mill Hills and 3 Chronics. God, look at that. Yes, ma'am. Love it. Oh, and this one, I was inspired to get the Snow Queen by Julie, Kansas City girl in the Colorado world, because she stitched her. She came out in 2016. Her stitch count is 294 by 243. She is nothing to sneeze at. She has tons of DMC. She has a Karen Water Lilies. She has a Rainbow Gallery Whisper, 2 Chronics, 3 blends of DMC, 2 Mill Hill treasures, and 10 different Mill Hill beads. Ooh, I love her. And then I've got Woodland Fairy. Woodland Fairy came out in 2002 with a stitch count of 170 by 241. Lots of DMC. Oh my goodness, what? My eyes are crossing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 Chronics. And 5 beads. She is bling, bling, bling. That's the Woodland Fairy. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. And then I've got a Nora Corbett. These just came out last year. The Calla Lily, the Bride. My daughter just got married last year, so I would like to stitch this. She DMC, the Karen Water Lilies, 5 Mill Hills, and her stitch count is 157 by 138. And then of course I had to get the Mother of the Bride because that was me. Pussy Willow, Mother of the Bride by Nora Corbett. I love her dress. All right, stitch counts 112 by 156. We have plenty of DMC, 3 Chronics, and 3 Mill Hills. So pretty. And then last but not least, we have the Thimble Fairy. Oh, I love her. Oh, let's see when she came out. 2010. She has crescent colors. A lot of crescent colors. Holy smokes, y'all. Can you believe this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 crescent colors. 3 Chronics. Oh, what is Rod and Reel? I do not know what Rod and Reel is. I must investigate. And 4 Mill Hills. Oh, she's so pretty. So that is my Mira Nora stash. Hope you enjoyed. You know, I plus the ones that I'm already working on. I love them. I've pretty much bought all of the ones that I really like. I don't have any mermaids yet because I just fell in love with a mermaid, but of course she's an out of print mermaid, you know, that I'm gonna have to spend a little extra money on and do some work to find her. But Mermaid of the Pearls is the mermaid I would like to stitch. And then the other one that's out of print is Santa's Magic. And my friend Alexis has picked that up for me. And so I'm excited to be getting that one. So those are the only 2 that I've just kind of really liked that I had to do a little extra work for and just got lucky with Alexis there. But I pretty much think I have everything that I really, really want to stitch. I mean, maybe not everything, you know, like if some of them just came up that I could get, then yeah, like a Fairy Idol. That one's beautiful. Yeah, so speaking of Mirabilias, and FlossTubes. I was watching Lisa Cross by Floss yesterday, and she introduced me to Amy Fiber Arts. Let me see. Fiber Arts Amy. Sorry, Fiber Arts Amy. I just started watching her. I've got her paused on the TV over there. She is a great floss tuber. I'm really enjoying her videos. And I started at her first floss tube, but near the end, she goes through all her Mirabilia stash. And y'all, I really like her. Girlfriend has 300 whips and didn't bat an eye. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. That's my kind of person right there. 300 whips and is totally fine with it. So, you know, it's good. It's good. She's showing right now, I'm on her second floss tube, and she's going through some of her old finishes. And I love the designers that and the pieces that she's chosen to stitch. So I'm excited to start watching her. So go check her out. I think that's it for me, for everything. I'll show you the hands-on design when I come back next time. Thanks for sticking around and watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm heading off to market. See y'all later. Have a great couple of weeks. Bye.